Guys, welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow, up until this video, we are working on the UCC truck yet again. So we just went drag racing. Wasn't our best, wasn't our worst. Nobody got hurt. So now what we're gonna do is just get a good look over the truck. First thing I did once I got on the lift, I made sure that our brake bolts were still tight, which they are. There was not a huge pile of oil in the blanket. We're gonna get our transmission blanket off. Make sure when we put this back together, we put our four-wheel drive loop in. It's a shield loop. And then the other thing I gotta do is figure out a way to mount a U-joint shield to this back here, as well as replace the cracked windshield in the front. We have one of the fleece fiberglass ones. So first step in transmission removal, we'll get the fluid drain. I'll probably drain it into a bucket so I can see what it looks like. From there, we'll get the drive shafts out of the way. To do the drive shafts, we have to undo the safety loop, undo the straps right there, undo these front bolts here, and then basically the transfer case essentially just kind of slides backwards and sits on these bars here. Kind of cool, actually. And then our transmission's pretty easy. What I love about this transfer case mount is you can actually get all the bolts off without doing anything. So we'll get to work on this, but so far everything that we've touched down here has held up, and let's get to work here.
Not exactly sure what bug this is, but it's pretty cool. Looks like some kind of a moth or something. Really weird looking.
Tranny's out. A lot of burnt fluid. So I'm guessing all our spool ups were pretty hard on the old girl, but that fluid is dark red. That converter probably needs to go back to fill. And let's go in the tranny shop here and start tearing down this trans. I still haven't really set up a very good like tripod situation for you guys, but I'll do my best. Just know we're gonna pull it apart. I'm not gonna go into the overdrives, they're fine. But I am going to tear into the main case. So pan, valve body comes out, second gear anchor strut. We're going to release the tension on the low reverse band, and then we will pull the planetary assembly out. Forward clutch, strut clutch, front and rear planet ring gear. Basically get us down to strip the entire main case. The reason why we're not worried about overdrive, plenty of line pressure. We only used overdrive on the dyno, so we're just really not that worried about it. But we'll get this pulled apart. Like I said, I'll do my best, but just no funny business here. I will show you guys the damage regardless. So we got a phone call, and this happened while I was on the phone. Here she is. Took the pump apart. Pump gears look fantastic. We'll change the seal here. The bushing, probably change that while we're in here. We did clean out the valve body, just undid these screws, cleaned out the screens. You guys can see all that black in the pan there. That is converter. So as you guys saw in the video, we were on that converter a really long time. So we'll send that one back to Phil, just have him go through it. Got a little bit of bushing, but that's normal for what we did. Here is the second gear band. Looking a pretty mint, except for that one little line, but not that worried. We got our drum that everyone laughs at. That did just fine. The third gear bushing looks fine. Our overdrive brakes look perfect. We'll stab those back in. We have our direct clutches, all beautiful. Our forward clutches, all beautiful. Planets look fine. Our intermediate shaft looks great. So all in all, I'm thrilled. I honestly kind of forgot that this did in fact have our 2200 horsepower dyno pull through it. So all things considered, everything looks good. I'm just going to go ahead, give this the old brake cleaner 9000 in here. Just clean out all the nasty stuff. Given how much converter debris I did see in here, I am going to go ahead, and blow out the lines in the truck as well. But basically, I'm going to get all this cleaned up, reassemble it all. I don't think I'm going to change a thing in here. The only thing that I did see that I didn't like is somehow this ended up with a machined reaction plate, so I'm going to change some stuff up there and try and figure it out. Nice chunk of something right there. Wonder what that is. It's weird. We'll investigate this further. I just saw this chunk in here. We'll take it apart and take a look at it. He's back together. The only thing I swapped, second gear band, and I did change out the forward clutches. Just the directs had the part number, like Revestis, still written on them. The forwards didn't, and I figured since we were spooling on it like that, we'll replace them. So that's all we did. I'm gonna go grab a fresh 2800 stall quad disc from storage. It's a DPC unit again. We'll get it set on there, get this back in the truck. All right, thanks to Justin Lyons. What? I'll leave that there. From RG Diesel came down to help us. We got our fleece windshield installed. We opted for like a sealant from 3M and then just a few bolts to keep it, you know, secure, but fits with the factory trim molding. We'll cut all this out later, so don't worry about that, but looks pretty good. We had one little boo-boo right there, but oh well. We definitely don't have to worry about the glass cracking anymore. So between that and the trans and everything, I got some cleanup to do for sure. Get this old girl ready to go, but not looking too bad. Finish up the trans, oil change, all the little small things that you need to do. And yeah, I'm excited. This one's tinted, which is kind of cool, and one thing off the list here. Okay, so for the rear drive shaft loop, per the dyno rules, what we're gonna do is take our 07 one. We're going to undo 2 of these nuts, put these on, tighten the nuts back up, and then I'll have somebody hold this. I'll tack weld these stubs to this, and that way we meet the rules without really destroying anything for the 07. We only need this for the dyno, so that's kind of why I went the route I went. But yeah, should be pretty sweet. We're getting there. And there we go. It bolts on to the 2 diff bolts like that. Take the 2 diff bolts off, slides up, comes out right here at this thin part of the yoke, and we now have our safety loop for the dyno. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what a 2000 horsepower motor oil filter should look like. A freaking mint. I opened up the pleats, cut this part apart, no issues. All good things, all good things. We'll get some fresh hot shots thrown in, fresh filter, and we'll be ready to go. Well, she is outside, cleaned up, ready to go. Trans good. We're gonna leave the parachute unpacked. All of our safety stuff's on. We got locking dipstick, cage cert, fire suit, fire suppression, all of that. I gotta put the pins in on the front clip, and that's about it, guys. We are ready to go. So now it's just a lot of packing and loading, packing and loading. Well, one of the more important things of the weekend is making sure our Traeger is fired up, ready to rip. We're just doing a cool off here, and race truck is out there. Look at it, just shining in our one outdoor light bulb, but like a diamond in the rough, really. Well, I'll tell you guys what, I'm exhausted at this point, pretty tired. You guys will be seeing this either the day before UCC Thursday or Friday, the day of UCC. I just want to say we have WOT and Horse Torques Diesel t-shirts. They're next level. They're not like the cheap Gildan that shrink. These are the really nice shirts. They will be for sale. Tessa and my wife Kyla will be in charge of that. They'll have PayPal and Venmo set up as well as cash. So if you guys want to purchase it, it will be at the show. I think we have kids, the one size of kids, and then everything else is men's sizes. I apologize. We have mediums, larges, extra larges, double XL, and triple extra large. Just t-shirts. We have a very limited amount of hats because some of them didn't turn out that great, but they will be for sale if you guys want it. We also have Horse Torques Diesel stickers for sale. The WOT ones did not show up in time, but hopefully you guys, if you want to support the channel, support the business, that will be available. And yeah, it'll be there. What else? Thank you to Justin Lyons, RG Diesel down in Tennessee. He came up today and helped me. He helped me with the windshield, cleared up some of the glass, all the odds and ends stuff. We got the trans refreshed, put a new converter in, changed the fluid, transmission, obviously fluid got changed. Changed the engine oil, fresh Hot Shot Secret 20W50. And we put Hot Shot Secret transmission fluid in this as well. First time for me. I'm excited. We're going to finish packing. I kind of got everything set up. We got to figure out this situation here for our spare. But we have a 485 single, a GT55 94mm single, our big compounds for the deck plate motor, which is again is that 91 GT55, the 124 HX82, and then we have for our backup 6.4 non-deck plate, we have a 480 106 GT55 for that. We'll put another pump on there if we need to, so we'll run probably two 14s, and we have everything to flip-flop them around, unlike last year where I got a little too confident and we had some motor issues. But we have spare injectors, spare motors, spare turbos, spare trannies. Ethan got us a spare trans built and brought us a T-case, so huge thank you to him. That was awesome, took a lot of load off my plate. He also got our bottles filled. So again, guys, if it seems like there's a lot of people to thank, it's because this isn't something that you can do by yourself. Also, thank you to Dave. He finished up the Duramax today with Brandon. They got a cab back on, running. This poor Ford actually needed a radiator, come to find out. Kind of sucks that we missed it until we put it together, but oh well, owner was cool with it. So this one will leave after UCC. This one, Dave's gonna finish up tomorrow for me. So, yeah, I mean, Dave keeping money coming in the door, Brandon coming in and helping, Justin helping, Ethan helping. I'm sure Cole helped him too. So it really is a team effort. And then I am really excited. Meyer is flying in to Bristol, Tennessee. I'm gonna pick him up on Wednesday, and he is gonna help me pack, make the drive, everything else. So it should be a lot of fun. And then we'll pick up the girls from Indianapolis on Thursday, pick up our camper on Thursday. So a lot of moving pieces, but I hope I see all of you guys out there. Please do not be a stranger. If we are doing a motor swap, just give us a little bit of space. But I know a lot of you guys wanted to say hi, swing by the pit. It's open pit. Come on, say hi, get some merch if you want to, or shoot the crap. If I got time, I will make time for you guys. But anyway, hopefully you like this video. This is, again, just what it takes for UCC. It's the same for all these teams, like whether it be the top tier teams all the way down to the smaller shops like Dave and I, and even the solo guys like Turbo Tom. Again, if you guys do not follow Turbo Tom on his YouTube, check it out. That guy also, I mean, really, now he is in a league by himself. 9-to-5 guy, does something else and builds it in his own garage. So I'm excited. We're pitted right next to him, and I will try to get some of his truck. But yeah, a lot of good trucks, a lot of smack talk going on between a couple of teams, but I'm excited for a fun weekend, and hopefully everything goes well. If not, I hope we are fully prepared, unlike last year, to deal with an unfortunate issue. Anyway, guys, like this video, drop a comment if we're gonna see you out at UCC, and subscribe if you are not already. As always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.